Today we're going to talk about something that is actually quite special to my heart, and that is family relationships. I tagged this long distance family relationship. So when you're an international student and you probably moved from a different country and you have most of your family members back at home, your relationship will become long distance. That is true, and it's not always easy. Actually, it's I tell people who have family members that are close, I'm like, you don't know how blessed you are. Like, I say that all the time, that you have maybe parents that you can just drive over to their house, or your brother and your sister, they're like down the road. That is such a blessing. But most or a lot of international students or professionals, that's not our reality. Family members are back home, and so we have to form, or we have to have relationships with them. Now, you don't want to travel out and be like, bye, I have left home, I'm going to face my life and do my thing and only talk to people once in a while. No. Or form new relationships and then forget the old ones. That's not good too. So these are some tips that could really help nurture relationships from a distance, or nurture family relationships from a distance. The first one is schedule calls. Schedule them. Put them on your calendar. Put an alarm, put a reminder, just schedule them. And I say that because there's some things that make this difficult to happen. Time difference is one of them. If you're a student, schoolwork is busy. If you have a job, in short, adulthood is busy. Adulthood is it's busy, it's crazy. But that's not an excuse. That is so not an excuse. So if you must, put it on your calendar, or put it on your phone, or put a reminder in it, or put a reminder on it, because that way you're intentional about calling, or about texting, or about checking on people that you care about, and you do it without allowing anything else to kind of jump in. Number 2, group chats. I really like group chats. When they are helpful. Not all those ones that we get added to without our permission. Not those ones. Group chats are helpful when the people in there, understand what it's for. Family members, I feel like it could go either way, but group chats are really good to keep up with everybody, to check up on people. So I have one with my family and I absolutely love it. And so if you don't have that, it's something you can start up and see if it would kind of help prompt conversation or help prompt interaction more. And I know our parents are really interested in sending us all these all these videos and chats, but it's okay. It's all out of love. Keep in mind that your relationship is more important than any other thing. You can just keep clearing the WhatsApp chat or anything, but group chats are very helpful, because somebody is going to say hi, or you could be the one to say hi, and then that way, mom responds, dad responds, brother responds, sister responds, and before you know it, everybody has at least said hi to the next person, and it's not all cold turkey for weeks and weeks and weeks. So if it's something you haven't tried, please give it a try. Number 3 is gifts. Yes, send gifts back home. Of course, when you have people traveling, put something small for people at home. So it doesn't even have to be like something big, but just something that states that I'm thinking about you. If you can't afford to pay like actual shipping things, to ship things back home, some online gifts, e-gift cards. My favorite thing to do is maybe send my mom credits with Telephone Nigeria is the company that I use, but I'm sure there are other ways to do that. Western Union online, just a little token here and there to say, hey mom, hey dad, hey brother, hey sister, I'm thinking about you. And with money conversion, sometimes your US dollars could go a long way. And so yes, if it's something you haven't been doing, or you're waiting for when you have accumulated more, you don't have to. $10, $20, something that just says, I am thinking of you, is going to be very helpful in nurturing your relationships, especially when they don't see you that often. The next thing is to share updates about your life. And this one, I find that you have to be very intentional about. There's nothing small. You know, if you had a good day in class, share that you had a good day in class. That could be a reason to call mom or to call dad that you had a lovely day in class, or you were recognized for something, or you did well on your test, or you know, something happened in your life. That could be, those are actual reasons to call, because people keep waiting for this elaborate, and it's like, well, Winnie, if I call them that often, what am I going to talk about? It does not matter. Just hear their voice, you know, call and just say, I called to hear your voice. That's enough. And if you make it intentional to share things that happen in your life, then you have more things to talk about. And they are also aware of all the things that are happening in your life. And it doesn't always have to be good. I get it. It's uncomfortable to share news that is unpalatable. But when they feel involved in your life, when you're so far away, they feel closer to you. The last is to plan a trip home. I've met people who haven't been home since they came here, and they've been here 10, 12 years. And that is insane. It's very easy to say, Winnie, I can't afford it. And I get that. But guess what? Even if you're planning the trip 3 years from today and you start putting away $100 or $50, you will at least come close or come halfway to the ticket. When you keep putting it off as I can't afford it, or I can't afford it, or later, that's when years and years go by and you don't see the people that you love or that love you. And unfortunately, if you have parents who are getting older and tomorrow is not promised, if you keep putting away going to see them for a long time, you don't know what's going to happen, and the years go by so fast. So mom and dad could be 70 today, in 10 years they are 80, and you're still planning a trip that hasn't happened yet, or looking for a perfect time to go home. And that is just going to keep you further and further away from them. Be intentional about it. If it's $20 you can save towards your flight ticket, save $20. If it's $50 you can save $50. But make sure that there is a date in your head that you're like, I'm going to go home and see my family. I'm going to go home and see people that love me or that I love. And if you can't go home, save for someone to come visit you. Either way, be intentional about planning trips to either go home or have someone come see you. And that way you keep nurturing those long distance relationships. Trust me, I know how hard this can be. It's not easy at all. But what is going to make it worse is if you're not intentional about these relationships and you keep waiting for things to happen on their own. It doesn't happen anyway. That same ginger you used to call boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, that same intentionality, yes, that same one, use it for family members. Yes. And family relationships, if you don't invest in them, they go sour like every other relationship. So I hope these tips have been helpful. Now this one, I really want to know how you keep up with family members at home. So please share in the comment section. Tell me what you have learned or what you have done over the years. And we as a community, we also want to learn from each other. Until I come your way again, my name is Winnie.